The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well. Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work,
grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
It's going to be a good Sunday afternoon when there's hockey on the schedule. We are live here from Arrington Ice Arena. Hello, everybody. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here on ACTV to bring you the coverage for today's Women's NCAA Division III matchup between the visiting Marian University Sabres and your Adrian College Bulldogs. So for those of you unaware of last night's result, the Bulldogs and the Sabres faced off in their first game of this two-game series weekend. They were able to come away with a huge 9-1 victory as they took on the Sabres. A lot of milestones here tonight as well. Jessica Von Ruden scored her 100th point last night as a Bulldog, and starter Jessica Anderson also playing in her 100th game here for Adrian College. Calvin, what are some of the keys to this afternoon's contest?
Honestly, Alex, I think although Adrian had a bit of a dominating performance over Marian yesterday, you can't take your opponent lightly. Have to treat it like a new game. Come out, do the things you did well yesterday, and you'll have success again.
With that starting lineups out for both squads as we get set to drop the puck, and off to the races we go for another Bulldog hockey game. We start things off in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. This shot was ripped on from the top. Roy fires one of her own. Couldn't find the target as it hit off the kick plate on the back. Kept up top. Roy receiving once more. Fires over. Left side circle. Putting one in front. Here's a shot and a quick stop there. Held up on the two extra whacks. In net for the Sabres is Abby Oken, the sophomore from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Two quick shots on the board for the Bulldogs right away, following up with their heavy offense that they demonstrated ever so greatly last night here at Arrington. This was stripped away, and a 2-on-1 chance now for the Sabres. Moved over, intended for Weaver. Here's a shot. Blocked on the attempt. Skating away with it is Roy. On the backhand, chips off the glass. That's picked up once more by Pegan. That hit off the skates of Charchenko. Charchenko once more with it. Trying to move a pass over for Hubenschmidt. Roy, long shift for her. Hasn't gotten the change yet. Likely will try and get on the bench for a new defenseman. Here's an early chance. A high shot hit off the glove of Oken. Went off the glass. Here's a second chance. Stopped with the glove, bobbled up for a second. Oken coming up strong with 4 quick shots. Here just about a minute 30. Catching on the shot here again. Just grabbing a piece of it. This is sent down low. Move towards Kiefer.
I love to watch this roommates line, as they call it, of Callie Walschlager, Kaylee Cataret, and Jocelyn Hudanish. They all room together on campus, really good friends, and you can see the chemistry carry over on the ice.
Obviously, always helpful when you play on a line with people you're familiar with. We see it so many times at the professional level. A lot of the guys who stick on the same line on a team for quite some time wind up becoming very good friends, obviously making some memories along the way. This is turned up in neutral ice. The Sabres were a little bit too ahead of the play as they'll get whistled down for an offsides.
Now, I'll be interested to see how Marian starts off this hockey game because they know that they're facing a tough test against Adrian, a team with a lot of offensive firepower. So how can they pack things in, protect the middle of the ice, and limit Adrian's opportunities and try to make the most of their own chances?
In the defensive zone, trying to turn up with it. Sabres will come with possession. There's a long shot out in front. Couldn't reach the goal mouth, obviously, in the net this afternoon for the Bulldogs. Annie Gilbert, a freshman for this Adrian squad, making her first start and first appearance as a Bulldog, so we'll see how she does in the contest through 60 minutes. Icing is waved off. It's now picked up by Shipper. She's pressed hard. Finally coming away with it. Racing up ice. Here's Maya Roy. Opening up. Let's try to fire a pass over into the slot. Looking for that easy tap in. A little too far ahead. Here's a slap shot from up top and a good glove stop from Oken. Face off, one back. Anderson getting tied up on the boards. Kicking and pushing for possession. Finally, it's poked loose and tied up once more. Petrowski in there. That was tipped off the stick. Anderson got that. Trying to swat it out of the air was Oken. It's wrapped around up top. Roy looking for a lane. Moves it to the right half wall. Now Petrowski going to get it. Back down low, here's Jones. Centered one in front, dangerous area. Sabres certainly have to watch out for that. Roy will backpedal just for a second. Moves that up for Anderson. On the backhand, moving it over. Nobody there to catch it. Sabres will turn the other way. Pegan easily shoved off. A good defensive play there by Roy. One of the leaders on this Bulldog squad has an A on her sweater. Junior defenseman out of Clarkstown, Michigan. D-to-D pass. Roy receives it once more with a shot that hit someone in front and just sailed high into the glass. Left side now under the goal line. Put one in front. Bouncing puck. Hit off of a body. Roy steps off the blue line to try and go down low. Had it stripped away from her. Now it's taken away by the Sabres. Moved up ice. Weaver sent it down low. Roy once more to get it. Another long shift for her.
It's really fun to watch this deep pairing of Maya Roy and Jessica Anderson go to work. Obviously, Anderson playing in her 100th collegiate game tonight, but they have great chemistry. They communicate so well, and they're just rock solid. Don't give up many opportunities for opponents to capitalize on.
Both with decent amount of points as defensemen on the season. Roy with a goal and 2 assists in the 5 games they've played so far. Anderson, a goal and 1 assist, 2 points on the year, but that top pairing D, obviously so defensively strong in their back end. Do a great job anytime they're called on to head out onto the ice.
Yeah, I think you've got it absolutely right. Just they're almost the prototype for two-way defensemen who play responsibly in their own end, but also contribute on the offensive zone side of the ice.
Easy role models for anybody on this Bulldog squad coming in as a freshman, or even anyone looking to get into collegiate hockey. Obviously, you want to look at the definition of a good defensive pairing. Obviously, watch your game film on these two, and you'll see exactly what you need to do. Here's a shot sent on, looking for a tip there in front.
One of the reasons why Adrian is such a tough team to play against and why they're ranked number 7 in the nation is because they have depth. I mean, you look at this deep pairing of Riley and Trubin, they're very talented as well.
Bulldogs dominating the offensive zone so far, just about 7 minutes in. Riley receives one. Trying to go with that one-timer in front. Hudenish not able to get all of it, but it's sent the length of the ice. Arm up on the play. We'll get a whistle as we'll stop play. 13-17 left to go here in the first period at Arrington Ice Arena. Face off, one back. D-to-D pass. Collected up top, Corbet. Move down low. Play starting to speed up, and Von Ruden with a shot. A little too far wide of the blocker side. Turnover on the left side. Here's a shot. Stopped and held for the whistle. Catch it on the replay here. Bulldogs coming in. Good play down low, almost turned over. And that good follow-up stop there by Ocon. Sabres find their way to it. Olsen will rattle it down low. First shot on net and first collegiate save there for Annie Gilbert. Easy textbook stop for her. With some speed, here's Anderson. Pulls to the left side. Another pad save there by Ocon. Getting her own rebound. Anderson for Corbet. Here's a one-timer. Sticked aside into the glass. Cycling down low. Anderson on possession. Try to move it down low, but it was taken away from her. Bulldogs will have to restart in neutral ice. Anderson walking from the right now to the left. Moves under the goal line. That shot hit off the post. And a second rebound out in front. Ocon staying strong to keep it out. Here's Carmen Anderson. Long pass diagonally up ice. Bulldogs are onside. Great pass, feeding it in front. Calling for it, coming straight off the bench. Briar Charchenko. This is moved far down. Icing is waved off. Will continue play. Marian able to get the change that they needed. And here come the Bulldogs. With some speed. Delphi looking over. Moves a pass, and it was just blocked in front. Net was certainly open. Bulldogs couldn't put it home, though. Will stay deadlocked. No goals yet for either side. Is wrapped around up top. Moved for Riley. She sends a shot on. Kicking and pushing for possession there. Lost in the feet just for a second. Now with it is Weaver. She fires one on. Another stop there by Gilbert. Taken down. Now Cataract. Pushes up on the offense. Little collision there on the end wall. Riley circles, looking for the shot. Sent a pass over. Looking potentially for that bumper play there you see stereotypically on power plays. Bulldogs once again doing a great job of keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Not a lot of time has been spent other than on the right side of the ice.
They are spending a lot of time in the O-zone, but lots of their shots are coming from the perimeter. I'd like to see more bodies and screens in front and look for more backdoor chances, possibly trying to shoot low and sending it off the pad to generate more rebounds.
You wonder if the message coming in today, obviously after a big win, potentially to work their systems as here's a chance in front, trying to go on the backhand, was Hudenish. She was taken down. I'm curious to see if the Bulldogs are trying to take an approach where they're going to work the puck around and try and take those long shots and really establish their offensive zone presence, because obviously it's one thing to work on it in practice, but it's a completely different thing when you're able to execute it perfectly in a game.
It's pretty impressive right now because their forwards and defense have been able to change on the fly while they possess in the O-zone.
Just a product of good communication, good awareness of where all your personnel is on the ice. Bulldogs playing extremely strong thus far, even though they haven't found themselves on the scoreboard quite yet. Taken down there on the left side. Tied up on the boards. Bishop will come off the blue line. Una Bellin kind of looking for that cherry pick play.
This game has been fascinating as well because yesterday we saw a lot of penalties and a lot of special teams. It's been all even strength early on in this one.
8:09 here at Arrington. Move down low. Sabres finally able to hold the puck in their own zone, but ultimately Bulldogs coming away with it as they'll look to restart their offense.
One theme that has carried over into this game from yesterday is lots of continuous play, not many whistles, just continued action, and it's fun to watch.
Faking the slap shot was Roy. Here's a backhander and a second chance. A great stop there on Ocon. Coming up with it. Saw the puck through the traffic. Von Ruden was all alone in front. Abby Ocon doing her job so far. And another chance there, easily swallowed up. We'll take another whistle. Face-off will be on the left once again. Draws one back. Sabres on the puck first. Here's Weaver. Avalon calling for it. But Lowry will come away, and another shot sent on. Getting in front of it once more, Abby Ocon. Abby Ocon making her third appearance so far in this 2022-2023 season. A .383 goals against average and an .884 save percentage. Hasn't been able to find a win yet this season. Obviously, plenty of time in the season to look to make that happen. Wrapped down low. Anderson there first, swatted away. Now in the slot. A hard one sent up top from Cunha. Hit off his skate. Anderson, with a chance of her own, was tied up as she reached the left corner. Batting it away is Heffel. Put it up top and then sent back down low. It was Jessica Anderson. Receives it back once more. Fires a shot. Looking to get that stick save was Ocon. Roy gets a give and go. Has Anderson on the right side. She pulls up and takes a slap shot. Who was blocked hard. Pegan went down in a heap. Obviously that one definitely going to sting. Second shot attempt and being sent up into the netting. As we'll stop with 6:05 left to go in the first period. Definitely do like the way that Marian Sabres have responded so far in the game, obviously after last night's result. They've been in the defensive zone basically for the first 15 minutes of this regulation period, but they've stayed strong. Obviously, they're relying heavily on Abby Ocon, who's made some pretty key stops, I'd like to say.
I would agree with you. Ocon, as you said, the sophomore out of Beaver Dam, Washington, has done a good job of keeping pucks in front of her.
There's a shot in front, another save there. Ocon with the goalie paddle.
Ocon has decent size, so it seems like for her it's more a matter of being positionally sound and just tracking where the play is at, and so far that's served her well.
She looks very calm in the net. And here's a chance all alone and another great stop. Una Bellin found herself right on top of the crease all alone. Kicking out the right pad once more. Ocon with the save. Roy headmans it up for Bellin. Too far out of her reach, and it was not touched at center ice. So we'll go back the other way after the icing.
Let's have another look at that save from Ocon, one-on-one with Bellin. That was impressive.
See, Una Bellin just sneaking down low. Nobody had seen where she was. A great stop there, keeping this game still scoreless. Una Bellin, obviously one of the Bulldogs that you certainly have to watch out for.
that wasn't just a save that Ocon made one-on-one. It was a save on Belland, who's probably one of the top one-on-one players that Adrian has. Really good hands. She scored on a penalty shot last weekend. So I really like the patience from Ocon, just waiting out Belland, waiting for her to make her move, and stayed patient, got the right pad on it.
Belland with 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in 5 games so far. Strong season for her. Obviously, as we mentioned, a scorer for this Adrian squad that you definitely have to watch out for. Ocon doing a great job making sure she's got all of her bases covered on the ice. Riley will pull up off the blue line. Sends a pass. That bounced off the backboard and then found its way to the stick of Traver. Trubin moves it for Riley. Trubin once more with some speed. Trying to defend puck possession there. Sent up top. Cataret moves it cross ice. Here's a shot off the goalie mask there. Kept out once more. Bulldogs couldn't chalk up their cycle there. It's almost a scary turnover as it finds its way into the Adrian College defensive zone. Petrowski, fresh off the bench with some speed on the right side. Beating the icing there, Anderson has Petrowski all alone in front. Finally going to cover there was Hyde. Sent up top. Gia Avalone moves it over. Here's a long slap shot. Loose puck in front, moved out of the way. Avalone trying to fire one of her own. Hyde blocked it off of the shin pad, but it stayed in. Anderson trying to bounce it to herself, taken away by Jones. Soccer kick there. 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Here's a shot in the shoulder and held. Corbet looking for the upright. Once again, Abby Ocon gets in front of it for the stop. Face-off, one back and possessed by the Sabres. Wrapped around Patton. There to clear it just for a second. Chip Pat right in front of the bench of the Bulldogs, now lost in the skates. Bulldogs were offsides as they approached the zone entry. Take the face-off right in front of the Sabres bench at neutral ice.
I think the key for the Bulldogs right now is not to let frustration set in. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, get shots on goal, try to hunt out rebounds, and eventually success will come.
Long shot up top. Not reaching the goal there.
On the other hand, love what we're seeing from Marian, just limiting the quality of Adrian's chances. Gave up the one almost breakaway for Belland, but other than that, they've kept shots to the outside for the most part.
You have to like the way that they're playing in their defensive zone. Obviously, looks to me as if they've made some adjustments from last night's contest. As you mentioned, Calvin, a lot of these shots coming from the outside. It's the lower percentage scoring areas when you're on the ice.
It helps out your goaltender a lot because if they have plenty of time to see the puck and there's no screens in front, it's usually a fairly easy save for them.
Aside from a couple, all those have been routine for Abby Ocon. Now moving up with it is Von Ruden. On the backhand, she scores! Off the post and in. Jessica Von Ruden, after 16 shots, finally the Bulldogs are finding their way on the scoreboard for the first time in the afternoon.
Von Ruden driving wide around the defenseman and then just elevates by Ocon. Really nice move, Von Ruden. We've talked at length about the strength that she has, the ability to hold off defensemen. There she showed off some of her speed and just composure to lift it over Ocon. That's what Adrian needed, just one of their veteran leaders to step up and make a big play to help them gain some confidence.
Von Ruden's 4th goal of the season. Obviously got her 100th point last night and now her 101st point. We'll see how long it'll take her to get to 200. You never say never.
I think that would be quite a lofty goal. This is her 5th season, final year of eligibility. I don't know if that's in the cards, but certainly Von Ruden, one of the players that Adrian is going to rely upon all season long, really.
Under a minute to play, 20 seconds on the clock. Rim down low, too far out of reach. We'll get an icing. We'll take the face-off in the defensive zone for Adrian College. What a goal that was from Von Ruden. I love the patience that she had on the backhand, kind of faking the goaltender there to think that she was going to drive around the net for the backhand and then ultimately cut in. And not an easy shot to save. Tied up in the left corner as time will begin to expire. That's the horn going to signal the end of the first period of regulation here at Arrington Ice Arena. It took the Bulldogs longer than normal to get on the scoreboard, but it was Jessica Von Ruden, her 101st point as a Bulldog, as Adrian College leads over Marian 1-0. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here on ACTV will return with more NCAA hockey after the break.
Anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Sunday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Dockey, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
are back here live at Arrington Ice Arena. Here on ACTV, it's Alex Herman and Calvin Keys as we get set to continue this afternoon women's NCAA Division III matchup between the visiting Marian University Sabres and your Adrian College Bulldogs. After one period of play, 17 shots on net for the Bulldogs, only 2 for the Sabres. Getting the scoring started, it was Jessica Von Ruden all alone, sort of on a half breakaway there. Obviously, Abby Okon playing extremely strong in the first 20 minutes of play, as both teams sent out to the ice. First pairing offensive line and defensive line. Center ice face-off, and off to the races we go. It's won back by the Bulldogs. Sent down low over the blue line. Trying to get it there is Hubenschmidt. Loaded a little bit too far. Now on it is Charchenko. Wrapping it around. Quickly with some pace is Dofide. He's sent hard down to the ice, tied up and taken away. I think we're going to get a penalty on this play. I believe it's going to be against the Bulldogs, surprisingly enough.
Looks like it's Briar Charchenko going to the box. See what the call is.
Looked like it was body contact. So the first power play of the afternoon will be awarded to the Sabres. Huge opportunity for them to try and even things up back at 1. And obviously, potentially the first real test for freshman goaltender for the Bulldogs, Annie Gilbert. Walking through a nice move there.
Marian had some power play struggles yesterday. They gave up 2 shorthanded goals to the Bulldogs, so this is a big chance to try and tie the game up. If you want to hang around with a top-ranked team like the number 7 ranked Bulldogs, have to make the most of your special teams and use it to your advantage. But defense also have to be responsible at the point, because this penalty kill forecheck from the Bulldogs is going to try to steal the puck away from you and head off to the races.
Obviously, Von Ruden on the ice, the lone goal scorer so far in the afternoon on the penalty kill here as well. Finally able to come away with it. Sends it over for Bellin on the left side. Now circling down low. Still holds on to it, looking for the right passer. The Bulldogs will fire back. Anderson on it. Moves it over in the skates of Roy. She'll turn. Finally able to get one. A long pass, a little bit too far out of the way for Bellin. She'll take a odd angle shot, and it traveled through the crease. But the Sabres will come away with it. Long shot from out top. Easy kick stop there. Just about 32 seconds left to go in the power play. Bulldogs have done a good job so far killing it off. There's a pass in front. Bishop sent it on. Up top, long shot off a body. It stays out.
Good block by Maya Roy, and she sends it down.
Clearing it the other way. Only a few seconds left on the power play opportunity. But stripping it now is Petrowski.
It's definitely safe to say that special teams is one of Adrian's biggest strengths, both their power play and penalty kill, and their kill has looked really good as they return to full strength now.
Back to 5-on-5. Marian only able to get one shot off on their 2-minute odd man opportunity. This is motored down low. Quick D-to-D pass. Riley on the reception. Way up, lost in the skates for a second. Charchenko coming away with it. Neutralized Sabres looking for some speed of their own. It's Olsen with it. Lost it off of the forehand, then picking it up is Riley. Tip off of the stick. Clears the neutral zone. No icing on the play, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I thought we had an icing coming up too, but play continues on. I thought the Marian defenseman got there first, so curious that we continue play.
None of the officials had signaled anything, so maybe a miscommunication from them. Backhander off the boards and down low. Nice spin move there, but taken down at the last second. Corbet had her shot turned over. Moving with it is Eastman. A quick turn up. Petrowski tried to move it up, and coming out of the crease there to stop it, Abby Okon. Holding for the whistle, 15:41 here left in the second period of regulation. Bulldogs still leading by a single tally, as this shot was taken, blocked on the release. Down low with it is Lowry. Possession taken away. Up ice. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Sabres. Pass sent on. Shot on. Rebound. It stayed out. A nice stop there. Annie Gilbert. There's a second chance. A high riser and a weird bounce. Almost goes, but staying on top of it, Gilbert. Traver receives it up top. Popped up off the stick for a second, and it's taken away by Anderson. 2-on-2. Down low, pushing and shoving. On it once more is Lowry. Had to exit the zone momentarily, but she'll look up ice to try and re-enter. She's hit hard. Collision there. She'll regain her feet, head back to the bench.
Nothing wrong there with the play from the Marian defender. Just really stood their ground, didn't get the hands up or anything of that nature, or move out of their way to impede Lowry. Just made sure that they kept hold of their ice and didn't let Lowry through. Strong play.
Anderson looking to hit Roy, but it was tipped out of play. Roy will have to race back, and she gets there in time. Looking for it there was LaSalle. A turnover, scary there, almost on the right face-off dot. Hit off the glass. Roy will stop it right at the neutral ice red line.
Marian doing a good job of giving Adrian a little bit of trouble on their regroups and zone entries, forcing him to the outside, not giving anything easily.
Anderson hit Belland up top. He's able to keep it in, but not long enough, as the Bulldogs are whistled down for offsides with 13:31 left to go.
What I would like to see Adrian do is try to switch the ice on their regroups more. Often we are seeing them just try to play it back up the same side that it came out, but instead maybe move it D to D, go to the weak side, and there'll probably be some more space there to cross over the Marian blue a bit easier.
Dofide being pushed hard. She still holds on to it, though. Arm up on the play. Here's a chance in front. Fanning on the shot and then taken down. Annie Gilbert racing back to the bench to get the extra attacker, and finally it's touched up. The Bulldogs will go to their first power play of the night.
We'll see what the call is.
I think it's going to be a holding call from what I saw at the other end, and that is what it is. Dana Jones heads to the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. Bulldogs will go up 5-on-4. Their first special teams unit out on the ice to make their attack. A backhander and then tipped down by Anderson. Found its way and got locked up under the goal line. Kept in by Trubin. Taken the other way and finally cleared. Just for a second now is Caderet turning up ice, coming off the blue line. Held up momentarily, finds the puck over for Trubin, now down low. Here's a chance, coming through the crease there. Back up top to the blue line. Trubin fires one down low. In the slot, Fanning on it. Here's a second chance, hit off a body. A third try, that wouldn't go. A great stop there. Following up by Ocon. A high wrister up top, once more lost in a sea of bodies. Bulldogs showing some strong offense. This is pushed over for Carteret, but it was almost turned over and then taken away. Anderson, bounce pass there, a quick shot, rebound. Trubin. Bulldogs showing a lot of life. Faked the slap shot, moved it to the right side. Here's a shot wide to the blocker side.
It's frustrating for the Sabres penalty kill because they were so close to getting it outside their own blue line.
There's one in front, kicked off the pad. In the slot there, finally. Sabres able to clear. Gilbert will stop it off the bounce. Just about 20 seconds left to go in the Bulldog power play.
That's a big clearance because the Sabres desperately needed a change. Their PK unit was stuck out there for about a minute and a half.
Gasping for air, finally. New crew on the penalty kill. Down low, in the slot with the shot there. Wolschlager. Not enough to put it home. Now to the right dot. Things are back at 5-on-5. Jones will head back to the box. Here's a shot from up top. Hit off a shin pad and dribble down low. Roy going back down low as we near the halfway point. Petrowski on the near side wing.
Credit where credit is due to this Marian penalty kill. They managed to weather the storm. Abby Ocon with a really big pair of saves midway through that penalty kill.
20 shots on the scoreboard for the Bulldogs. Obviously, only one has gotten past Ocon. She's played extremely well for her Marian team so far. This travels up top. We're going to get a whistle. Looks like Marian's going to head back to the power play. A cross-checking call is being signaled. Heading to the box, Tia Lascelles will have to sit down for the next 2 minutes.
And this is usually around the point in the game where you see more penalties from the team that has been heavily outshot and outpossessed because they're starting to get tired and be a bit more sloppy, reaching after the puck, having to hold up the other team to try and play defense. And when you're just chasing the game, that's typically something that happens. So another chance on the power play for Adrian. Or rather, it's a chance on the power play for Marian.
Certainly key for the Bulldogs to try and keep their composure. Petrowski with some speed. Trying to find a short-handed opportunity. Correct me if I'm wrong, Calvin. Bulldogs able to find some short-handed goals last night as well.
Yep, 2 shorties.
Stopped behind the net, taken away. Anderson now to Petrowski. She ties it up on the far side wall. Kicks it to herself, but then it was poked away. Bulldogs, even on the penalty kill, doing such a great job of keeping the puck at the other end of the ice, even when they're down by 1 on the roster.
Yeah, this is something you see teams struggle with on the power play sometimes for Marian. They're focused on setting up their structure so much that they're not able to get the puck up ice. And as they're trying to be slow and methodical, Adrian is just providing in-your-face pressure, and they steal it away again here.
Riley almost turned it over right on the blue line for a breakaway, but recovered just at the last second. It's a long riser. It's kicked off the skate of Roy. She's able to clear. Belland on the tip. Sending it back down low. There's a turnover in neutral ice. Anderson comes away with it. They have numbers. Looking for the shot there and kept out. Nice stop by Ocon. On the right side, not a lot of time left on the Lascelles penalty. Now we'll go back to even strength 5-on-5. A backhander was chipped off the glass. Dropped over with it is Hudenish. Too far. We'll stop for an offsides with 8:06 left to go. in the second period. Bulldogs still only leading by a goal. Jessica Von Ruden in the first period came down the left side and put it home.
Maybe able to see around the glass. There's some players who are getting ready to warm up. We've got ACHA Men's Division III at 4 p.m. after this, as Adrian College takes on Grand Valley State, who beat them 11-1 on Friday. So a tall test for the D3 Bulldogs coming up at 4.
In neutral ice, Anderson saucered one down low and it wrapped around the half wall. Getting there first is Wolschlager. A backhander was tipped up. Move to the right side point. Here's a hard shot tipped off the stick, getting in front of it. Emma Hyde. That'll force Ocon to cover up. Down low, cycling with it is Slater. Forcing the play, looking for possession. As it squirts up top, a little fake pass there, but it squirted out of the zone. Avalone turned it over. Here's a 2-on-1. Patton is in front of the net looking for a pass, but she couldn't get it.
I like the point play from Marian's Jaden Gorski, just staying square to the shooter and waiting it out, not falling for any sort of shoulder fakes, staying between their opponent and the goal. And really, I think Marian's coaching staff has to be happy with the game they've played so far, because I think if you would have told them after the 9-1 loss last night that over halfway through this hockey game it'd be a one-goal game, I think they'd be very pleased.
Even though it doesn't show it on the score clock, by every means, Marian definitely in this game, a complete polar opposite result from last night. A nice blocker save there, right in the danger zone made by Ocon.
You don't want to speak too soon, though, because last night what we saw was, as a penalty is going to be coming up against Marian, it was a really close game until the second period when Adrian exploded, I believe, for 6 goals in that second frame. So Adrian, when they score, they tend to score in bunches, so you have to make sure to continue to play a complete 60 minutes of hockey.
Jaden Gorski gonna go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, 6:32. A prime opportunity for the Bulldogs to try and jump on the scoreboard for the second time this afternoon. Face-off is won back. Played up by Roy at the right point as she steps off just for a second. Move down low. Una Belland on it. She was taken down. Still finding her way to it. Roy in the right corner. Moved it through, and then it's going to be cleared. Sent down the length of the ice by Brooke Anderson. Lots of Andersons on the score sheet for tonight. You have 1 for the Sabres and then 2 for the Bulldogs. No relation there.
Yeah, I talked about that last night as well. A lot of Andersons on the ice this afternoon.
Roy for Bellin. Moves it down low. A quick pass in the slot, but it was coughed up. Bulldogs will have to restart with 60 seconds left on the 5-on-4. Roy looking for a passer. Here's a slap shot hit off of a body.
Last night it was a shame that Brooke Anderson wasn't able to score for Marian because both Jessica and Carmen scored for the Bulldogs. That would have been something.
Here's a prime opportunity. Down low, stretching out to make the save there was Ocon. A slap shot hit off the backside of Olsen. Turned over once more. Cataract tries to fire. Slips off of the stick though. Cycling once more. Up top with it is Bellin. Dropped it for Roy. There's a hard shot that tipped off a stick in front.
10 seconds left on the Adrian power play.
Roy wires a wrister. Back to 5-on-5. Gorski will exit the box. Petrowski moves it over. Here's a bouncing puck. Loose in front. That wouldn't go. Tied up on the left side. Bulldogs still staying in the O-zone. Dropped over for Trubin. Here's one over and a great sliding stop there. Ocon flying across the crease. Got an extra whack after the whistle too.
Have another look at that save from Ocon. You were talking about the sustained pressure. It was Wolschlager bringing it low to high, dumped it off for Trubin. A long shot, or rather a shot pass in front that was deflected by Corbett. And Ocon getting across to put her left pad on it and make the save, keep it a one-shot game here late in the second.
Good tracking all the way through from Ocon. She'll cover up once more. 4:02 in the second period. Draw is won back, but then taken away by the Sabres. In the slot, here's a shot. Tipped in front that hit off of a body. Ocon stayed in front of it. Along the right side, moved up to the point. Trubin walks low. Here's a far one. In the chest. Stopped by Ocon.
You can get the feeling that Adrian is knocking on the door here. They've been spending a lot of time in the Marian zone lately. Referee catches an edge. Ooh, that doesn't feel good on the tailbone. As a former ref myself, I can tell you that's happened to me a time or two, and he'll probably put the ice pack on his behind this evening. There's a reason why hockey players wear so much equipment. Falling on the ice, it does not feel too good, and the referee learned the hard way that ice is a little bit slippery.
That is true.
It's also worthy noting on those face-off plays, you don't think about it, but it's difficult for referees
Here's
to...
a 2-on-1. Bulldogs sliding it over and coming across once more. Ocon with the save. Didn't quite look like Allie Hubenschmidt got enough on the shot. We'll catch it here on the replay. They turned up ice pretty quickly.
It was Slater carrying it on the left wing and played the 2-on-1 pretty well, looked backdoor for her teammate, and then again, I think the key there is you have to find some sort of elevation to get it over Ocon, who's proven that she's able to stretch out and get post to post frequently.
A little more patience, too, from Hubenschmidt to try and collect it, hold it within her grasp, and then obviously with a little bit more time you can fire that home, put it a little bit in a different location than just on the ice. We move on, though, as it's sent down low. Una Bellin on the possession, tipped in front. On the left face-off circle, Anderson just barely able to keep it in. Backhanded off the glass. Now down low in front, covering up Ocon.
What I was going to say before I was interrupted by the 2-on-1 chances, it looked like there was a Bulldog player that had a bit of a slew foot on the ref after the draw. Just caught maybe the edge of the skate blade underneath his skate, and then that's why he went down.
Always got to be careful. So many risk factors when you're on the ice. Got to keep your head on a swivel. Cycling with it. Von Ruden turned it over. Roy fakes the shot at first. Connects with Von Ruden once more. She puts down the right side. A long one from out front. Tipped on in the crease. And then putting it back into the grasp. Riley sent that. She tried to give it back to her goaltender, Abby Ocon. A potential scary situation there. You saw that far shot come from way outside. It was just sitting there in the crease. And a good heads-up play by the Marian defender.
Yeah, Haley Hayfel did a really good job of keeping Belland away from the net front. She really wanted to jam away at it and try and get it by Ocon, but the Marian defenseman would not let her.
Corbet from neutral ice sends it down low. Quick stick play by Ocon as it's turned over in the slot. Man in front, too far out of the reach. Avalon spinning, was facing the wrong direction at first, but then found her way to the puck. Time winding down here in the second regulation period from Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here on ACTV. Always happy to have you all tuning in and watching from wherever you are.
Shout out to our cameraman, Dakota Schneider, as well. I've been really impressed with how he's been tracking the play with the camera, doing a really excellent job. Getting some good footage for us so we can take another look at the replays and whatnot.
Played back off the draw. Trubin on the puck. Von Ruden, one too many stick handles on the entrance, and she'll get whistled down for the offsides. One back once more. Deja vu on the draw, except this time, no offsides. Trubin fires too far wide of the target, under 60 to play. Up top, Riley looking for Trubin. She fires a second slap shot, puts it in the same spot. Nice stick handling move there, inside out. Nice paddle stop once more on the post. Ocon stopping from that cross crease pass. Good awareness from her. There's a second shot. Blocked by a body in front. Tia Lascelles looking for a try of her own. Tipped off of the skate, but it stays in. Now in the feet. Squirts down low. McKenna Crosh. Tied up down low with Roy. Nothing coming out of that puck scrum. Buzzer sounding. End of the second period. 27 shots on goal for the Bulldogs. Only one goal. Marian only getting 2 shots in that second period. Abby Ocon, the story of tonight for Marian University. 26 out of the last 27 sent her way, keeping her team in the contest as best as she can. As always, Alex Herman and Calvin Keys on ACTV, live from Arrington Ice Arena. We'll return with the third period of NCAA hockey after the break.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back live here at Arrington Ice Arena. It's a nice Sunday afternoon for some NCAA Division III women's hockey as we get set for the third period between the visiting Marian University Sabres and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here today, as always, on the call for this afternoon's game. 40 minutes of play have come and gone so far. Only one goal on the board, a complete opposite result from last evening's contest. Jessica Von Ruden still the lone goal scorer for the Bulldogs. Story of the night, as we've mentioned time and time again, Abby Okon for the Marian University Sabres, playing extremely strong for her team so far through 40. Annie Gilbert the other way, obviously freshman for the Bulldog squad, her first appearance in collegiate Division III NCAA hockey. Only seen 4 shots, so not a lot being sent her way, 2 in each period.
Sometimes it seems like it's almost more difficult to not see many shots and then be prepared for the next one to come.
As we're talking about it, long shot sent from just about center ice. 5th shot of the night, just about 40 seconds in. This is dumped in by Dophi. Line change. Second unit now out for the Bulldogs. Coming up with it was Jones. Fired it for Weaver. She sent it down low. That wrapped around out of the reach of Gilbert. Popped up top. Jones looking for the slap shot. On the shot block was LaSalle. Another chance in front, good stick save. Gilbert keeps it out. Fighting for it on the backhand. Belland able to circle it down low. And an odd chance in front. Kind of faking the backhand. Tia LaSalle forcing the cover up by Okon.
In case anyone's wondering, this is the only goal we've seen so far. Jessica Von Ruden driving wide and then elevating on the forehand over Oken. That was assisted by Una Belland and Jessica Anderson. That's the only goal separating these two teams.
It was late in the first period as well. Just about 60 seconds left. Was on the score clock at the time. And here's a long shot. Found its way through a sea of bodies as it's taken away by LaSalle. Firing it up. Here's Belland looking down ice. Dropping it back. Von Ruden couldn't hold on, and it was tipped up into the netting. We'll stop for the whistle. Almost a good breakaway chance early on in the third for the Bulldogs, but they couldn't connect the way that they had wanted to make it happen.
Yeah, it looked like Belland just sent that pass into the skates of Von Ruden. Difficult to control.
Draw one back. Sent down low by Avalon. Hit off the back plate. Kicks to the left side. Tied up on the boards and then taken away. Poking it free. Bulldogs back on possession. With it is Hudenish. Avalon stepping on the board to try to keep it in, but she couldn't. Wolschlager now with it. Got one whack from the stick of Allie Kiefer. She races up all on her own. Going coast to coast on the backhand. Hits the outside of the netting. Wolschlager again doing it all herself. Took it from her own zone down the length of the ice. This is loose in front, finally covered up. Okon holding on.
Okon with another big save after Adrian went to work on the cycle and was just trying to press it by the Marian netminder on that near post.
She's done such a good job of staying patient and making sure she has full line of sight on every shot that's taken. Reason to believe why she's had so much success so far in the game. Anderson on the backhand spins off, pressed hard into the boards, went down but immediately got back up to continue play.
Carmen Anderson just gave a massive shoulder to Hafel, shocked that was not a penalty call.
Continuing on. This is in the slot, loose puck. Pinballed off 2 bodies, and it's fired off the high glass down the length of the ice will stop for the whistle. It's icing with 16:51 left to go in the third.
This has been an interesting weekend, Alex, because Adrian's NCAA men's and women's Division III hockey teams have taken on Marian during the same weekend. Men's team split with Marian, and then Adrian looking to get the sweep, but Sabres have been a much tougher team in the second half of this back-to-back, by all indications.
Long shot from the point, stopped by the goalie paddle, and Petrowski, some incidental contact by accident. Saying she didn't mean to do it. She gets away with the call, thankfully.
Yeah, and Petrowski, interesting enough, we mentioned it yesterday, but she's one of our coworkers with Adrian College TV, along with Emma Corbett, Bulldog defenseman, and Gia Avalone, also another defenseman for Adrian. And she was doing play-by-play for the ACHA women's game on Friday. Actually, I think it was Reagan was doing play-by-play, Emma was directing the stream, and Gia was running the camera, so it was an all NCAA women's broadcast of the ACHA women's game. Pretty cool.
Love to see how all of our athletes show out. We have plenty of players here who, as you've mentioned, Calvin, do their own when they're not on whatever playing surface that they compete in.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm the only student on campus that's not playing a sport, Alex.
Might have to get you going here.
ACHA D3 has been trying to recruit me, but we'll see what happens.
Listen, never say never. Up top on the blue line. Cycle to the left side. Opening up for a shot. Off the shoulder, kept out.
There's a frozen rope behind that wrist shot for Jessica Anderson. Walking in, shot one, looked like it stung Ocon up in the shoulder, but again, just keeps the puck in front of her. Has looked very calm and collected in the blue paint.
Fanning on the shot up top was Jessica Anderson. Again, her 100th game played here for the Bulldogs, a huge accomplishment for her. Moved for Roy. Now up top, a far one, wide to the pad side. D-to-D pass. Bellin put it through a bunch of bodies. Receives it back once more. Pushed it down low. Now in the slot, looking all alone, and a great stop there. Kept out by Ocon. What a stop.
Another look at this one. This was another one of those shifts for Adrian where they were just possessing for a long, long period of time. Love this give-and-go play to find Belland out front. But again, Ocon tracking it and using her size to her advantage, spreading out to make the save.
That's the second time we've seen the Bulldogs kind of sneak around and find their way on top of the goal crease. Haven't been able to put it home the way that they wanted to. But Belland with another chance, tried to fire. She got jammed up. LaSalle in the right corner. Posed by two defenders. It finds its way to Riley. Here's a long shot, and it just goes wide. It almost went home. Coming away now. Here's Brooke Anderson, one of the three Andersons, as we've mentioned, on the ice. Gilbert with the stick save. Holds up for the whistle. Off the draw. Sabres trying to establish the zone.
Referee sort of caught in the crossfire again there on the face-off draw. Just both teams tying it up at the dot and working hard to try and win it back to their respective side.
There's one off the face-off circle. Stopped by a stick before it reached the net. Long pass sent up. Slater checked off the puck. Trubin back towards her blue line. Has Lowry on the right side. Avalone stepping off the blue line. She races down low and sent it up top. Long shot hit off the chest and stayed out. Once more, here's a second chance in the glove. Rebound! It's covered up. Held out at the last second by Ocon. What a game for her. 33 shots on net. When the ice has been tilted, once more she keeps it out. This game stays 1-0 in favor of the Bulldogs, thanks to Abby Ocon. Low right. Pushed it off the net. Bouncing puck, finally it's taken away. Player tripped up, but no call. Avalone. One stick handle and a soft pass down low. Petrowski's on the right side. Avalone pulls up once more. Flex to the right corner. Loose puck, players don't realize where it was. Going inside and out. Nobody there to take it away for the shot. Here's a turnover chance. Slater had that stripped away.
Good stick lift by Gorski there and able to clear it down. Good hustle here as well to negate the icing. It's in the goal!
What a shot! An unexpected goal. And just like that, things are back at 1. A dead angle shot will catch it on the replay. Only the 8th shot of the afternoon for the Sabres. Beating the icing there. And then off the shoulder awkwardly. First goal past Annie Gilbert.
Wow, what a turn of events here at Arrington Ice Arena. Crazy shot. Almost seemed impossible that that would go in.
In a crazy turn of events, things starting to pick up here. A 1-1 hockey game in the third period at Arrington. Delayed offsides, whistle blown. I couldn't quite grab the number on the shot. It may have been Caitlin Traver, if I'm not mistaken.
Take another look at it here on the monitor.
Take another look at it.
Looked as if could have been number 16. Tough to make out. It is 16, I believe.
So we'll get the call from the PA announcer in just a second. Potentially Victoria Patton on the goal. Bulldogs absolutely stunned here. Racing up ice, looking to change the event. And a backhander. Second chance pops up into the glove and it's held.
I think it will be credited to Victoria Payton. And that was really a hustle play. Sabres had sent it down ice to relieve the extensive pressure they were feeling. Payton won the race to the puck. And then just, I think, probably just an instance where Gilbert wasn't hugging her post tight enough. Very small gap there, it looked like, for Payton, but just sent it off the left shoulder of Gilbert and into the goal. And that's a tough puck to let into the net for the first time in your collegiate career.
Obviously, a little difficult when your first real NCAA test is in a low shooting game on your own end. Only 8 shots for the Marian Sabres. Very, very difficult when in the first and second period you only see 2 shots, and a lot of them really just come from up top, where plays not including a lot of offense. But nonetheless, we have to continue on. Trubin will start her approach in her own zone, drops that back. Una Belland on it. Fed up top and taken away. Once more, quickly turned over. LaSalle, right side. Right-handed shot on the forehand. Pulls up, spins on the backhand. Pressed hard into the boards, and it's taken away. Here's a chance in front. Trying to get the one-timer down. Von Ruden was all alone, but Anderson came in contact. LaSalle will stay in front here. As a second shot in the chest and saved. A nice stop by Ocon. Bulldogs having an incredibly difficult time trying to solve the mystery of Abby Ocon.
Another look at it, a backdoor chance for Von Ruden, and unable to tuck it home.
A backhander, a quick whistle. Looked like the puck was loose. But the official having an awkward advantage from his line of sight. Jumping the draw was Bryn Weaver. Now left side, Weaver. Softly pushes it in. There's an arm up on the play. I think it's just going to be an icing.
Yeah, it looked like it was just icing to me. Didn't see anything there that was going to warrant a penalty, rather. Sabres just sent it down and back in the Bulldog end.
Offensive drone draw. One back. Roy fires one on it, tipped off of his stick. Almost found the left post. A far riser from way downtown. Von Ruden gloves it to herself, puts it over. Here's a chance, they score! Una Belland. Dogs are back on top, 2-1.
You wondered when the floodgates were going to open. It looks like they spring wide here. Knocked forward by Von Ruden, and then I think that was a spinorama pass for Belland there. And I want to say she just beat Okan to the blocker side there with the finish.
A great play from in front. A goal that the Bulldogs desperately needed. Absolutely stunned a few minutes ago when the game got tied 1-1. They'll try and push farther on for more goals. Okan plays it off the forehand and wraps it on the right side.
In a game where the Bulldogs have struggled to score, arguably two other top talents, Von Ruden and Belland, connect to get on the board.
Von Ruden taken down there. Looked like it could have been a tripping call, but nothing was said there, so we'll stay 5-on-5. Under 10 to play in regulation. There's a far shot stopped in the chest there. Anderson getting in front of it before it reached Gilbert, but there's going to be a penalty, and the Sabres will go on the power play for the next 2 minutes. A tripping call going to be assessed to alternate captain Maya Roy. Prime opportunity for the Sabres, looking to get back on the board to tie things at 2. Calvin, what do you think the keys are to a successful power play for the Sabres?
Well, I think really they've struggled to maintain control. Adrian likes to put two other speedsters out there, Petrowski and Belland, who get obviously right up in your face, don't give you a lot of room to work with. Marian needs to establish their offensive zone presence with possession and try to get set up in their umbrella formation. So far they've struggled to do that, and they're, again, having some problems with it here.
This is turned over. Petrowski didn't realize that her teammate Una Belland was too far over the blue line, so we'll have to stop for an offsides call.
If you're just joining us, Jessica Von Ruden got the scoring going for Adrian in the first period with her 101st collegiate point, and then things stayed 1-0 for a long time until Victoria Payton scored for Marian off an impossible angle, bad bounce for Annie Gilbert, made it 1-1 despite Marian being heavily outshot, and then Belland came through for Adrian to retake the lead for the Bulldogs just moments later. Now Marian on a crucial power play, down a goal with less than 9 left in this third period.
Wired the length of the ice. Bulldogs doing a good job of clearing the zone. Stopping and pulling up. McKenna Crosh. Diagonal pass for Anderson. Green Pegan had her foot over the blue line just before the puck crossed it. So once again, halting for an offsides call. Up in the neutral zone. Push down low, some contact there. Don't think there was any harm meant behind it. Ocon will have to come out and stop. Bishop galloping down the ice. Where's the C on her sweater for the Marian squad? Dancing through now. Weaver trying to find her way to it. Looking for a shot. They score! The Sabres even it back at 2. A power play goal. Off the post. Into the back of the net.
Wow. Marian responds again, and this is just far too easy for the Sabres.
Alyssa Heim.
Skated forward by Heim, has a ton of time, and then just a really well-placed shot over the blocker's side of Gilbert. Makes it a tie game. Marian, resiliency has summed up their performance tonight.
What an interesting turn of events here at Arrington. A 9-1 score after 3 last night, but 2-2 here today on this Sunday afternoon. Bulldogs will look to try and do everything to win this game and come away with another 2 points. Abby Ocon doing well herself. Here's a shot blocked off. Some life back in the bench for the Sabres. They've been quiet up until this point. Only 9 shots on net. Anderson with a hard one that hits off the back end board. On the far side, turned over. Coughed up in the skates from Emma Hyde. Now a bouncer is kept in. Swatting at it, Roy down low. Ocon with the stop on the backhand. Pegan fires one on. Stopped by the stick of Gilbert. Tied up on the blue line. Marian trying to enter, but it was taken away. Chipped off the stick. Too far out of the reach. Now a puck scrum. Pace of play certainly starting to pick up here. Both teams know what they have to do to try and come away with the W. Good turnover chance. A backhander wouldn't go. Wrapped off the glass, now finding a way towards the top. Bellin. Horizontal pass over. A shot in front, kicked off the shoulder. Nobody there to put home the rebound. Here's Bellin once more, looking for it. A pad stop. Moved to the left side corner by Ocon. Petrowski was all alone. Turning the other way. Sabres trying to fight for possession. Still holding it is Alyssa Heim. Had the equalizer here in the second. Ona Bellin with some speed of her own. Opening up to fire a shot. Stopped by the stick and a long-reaching glove stop to hold up. Abby Ocon with the save. Her 39th of the afternoon. 41 shots on goal. Draw is tied up, then taken away. Roy fires one on. Glove stopped, but it popped out. Roy kept it in, fired one on. Budinish trying to get it. Puck scrum as Gorski bounces it off under the goal line. Now turning to the left side, looking for a shot high over the crossbar. A sneaky shot there, almost went. A far one from up top, popped off of the chest. Rebound is cleared away by Schipper. Under 5 to play. Coaches trying to rally the troops on both sides to see who can find the next goal. Wolschlager pushes it over, a far one, easily tracked and stopped by Ocon.
Regardless of how this game ends, I think this Marian team definitely needs to give some love to their goaltender, Abby Okon, after the game. Maybe give her first choice for her seat on the bus on the ride back to Wisconsin.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some noticeable mention from the NCAA after this week, too. A huge game for Abby Okon, 44 shots on goal, stopping 42 of them so far with 4:11 left to go in the third. Has kept her game as best as possible. Petrowski fired it over, a long shot, up in the chest once more. Saved by Okon. Draw one back. Possession held by the Bulldogs. Looking for another shot in the glove. Some more pushing and shoving. Okon put a glove in the back of the head of Zoe Lowry. Love to see the tensions flaring. Obviously, both teams looking for the next goal. You wonder if that will be the winner. Anderson spinning off. A nice play there. On the backhand. Off the post, and it stayed out. How did that one not go? It hit off the far side right post and then off the crossbar, bounced straight down. But
wow.
Kept out of the net.
Have another look at this one.
A great one-touch play in front. Marian caught sleeping in front of the net once again.
The backhander from Carmen Anderson rings the right pipe. Inches away from regaining the lead for Adrian.
Bulldogs are on the doorstep. Here's a shot in front. Swallowed up. Okon. What a game this has been. To think we saw a result last night that it was so incredibly lopsided to an even 2-2 hockey game. Some great goaltending skill on display. Abby Okon certainly, as we've mentioned, will have to take a bow after the conclusion of the contest. Riley fires on. Chipped off of the backhand of Jones. Up top once more. Bulldogs staying confident in their offensive zone. Riley calling for a pass. It was tied up on the face-off dot. She'll come off and keep it in, but it was taken away. Out of the zone, Riley will have to skate back. Trubin there first on the backhand. Riley with the head up. Moves it over for Von Ruden. She tried to dance through. LaSalle delayed offsides. Finally, the Bulldogs will have to skate back. A long pass looking for the breakaway. Anderson walking back once more. Offsides is the call. Was heading with a lot of speed towards the net. Would have been a great chance to try and get a shot off. Odd opportunity. Here's a shot ringing the iron once more. It stayed out. Zoe Lowry looking for that top shelf snipe.
This was a quick face-off win for Petrowski. Went back, and then really a good poke check to steal it away. Wasn't far away from scoring again. Just rings the iron, just like Carmen Anderson did a few moments ago. Another
Draws
chance
one
in
back
front.
off the board, swatting for it. A puck was potentially loose. Zoe Lowry unhappy with the decision from the official to blow the whistle. Well, they'll have to stop again. 2:14. Animosity here at Arrington. A far shot was blocked as it was taken. Right side. Lowry opening up. On the backhand. Shoveled it up top. Now down low. Anderson will wait in front. Looking for a screen. Bounced off the end wall. Now she finds her way to the left side. Glove down and kept in. Almost turned over, but somehow staying on sides. Petrowski's all alone, looking for it in front. Finally covered up in the crease. We get some pushes and shoves. Here we go. Petrowski sending a couple of fiery fists on net. And I think the Bulldogs are going to be called here for a penalty. Going to the box, Reagan Petrowski.
That's a big call because that'll pretty much secure that Marian will finish off regulation with a power play. And I think as a result, they're going to call timeout and try to get this one just right. Crucial chance down the stretch.
We'll take a quick break for a timeout. And we'll return with the next minute and 39 of regulation here at Arrington.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
After that quick TV timeout, we're back here at Arrington Ice Arena in beautiful Adrian, Michigan. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here on the call on ACTV. As we're nearing the end of regulation, Marian University going on the power play very late in this game as we're at a 2-2 hockey game. This is moved up top. A far shot's blockered aside. Gilbert kept it out. Hasn't seen a lot of action so far in the game, so she needs to stay strong to keep her game in it. Long pass, cleared out of the way. Ocon, way out in no man's land to stop it. Von Ruden, accepting it down low. Will tie it up with the skate, then pushed up top. Here's a far shot with a tip. Belland looking for it, trying to put it back the other way. Sabres have Weaver in the neutral zone, trying to cherry pick for the breakaway. A smart strategy from Marian to try and head up ice with some haste. Riley almost had it turned over. Trubin back in her own zone. She's dropped down. Firing it the other way. Bulldogs able to clear. 34 seconds left to go.
It's crazy to say, but with less than a minute left in the game, Marian has finally eclipsed double digits in the shot category. So they've scored 2 goals.
Krosh up for Pegan. She walks through. A nice move. Fires one. Blocker to side to the left corner. Not a lot of time left. Bulldogs will potentially look for one last opportunity. Von Ruden trying to jockey for it. She ties up the player. Arm up on the play. We're going to get a penalty as regulation is going to end. We are going to overtime. Bulldogs will stay on the penalty kill. They're getting another call assessed against them.
And I think that's the right call because Von Ruden absolutely plastered the Marian Sabre into the boards. So as we get set for overtime, we'll step aside for a break and be back with the conclusion of this game. It's been a wild one for sure.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Second anyway.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, a 2-2 hockey game. 5 minutes on the score clock. We are headed to overtime. Here on ACTV, as always, Alex Herman and Calvin Keys happy to bring you the coverage for this afternoon's NCAA Division III women's contest.
And this is wild, Alex, because of that late penalty to Jessica Von Ruden, Marian will start on the 5-on-3. OT is underway. Bonus hockey on a Sunday afternoon.
Nothing better than that. Bellin trying to do it herself. Races up on the backhand. Only 5 seconds left on the initial penalty. Bulldogs will go back 5-on-4, but still have 1:38 to kill off on the odd man. Petrowski swipes it away, makes a nice move, but she was taken down. Bellin looks to the net. She scores! Overtime winner! The Bulldogs skate away with the 3-2 win. "30 seconds is all it took. An unbelievable performance from Abby Ocon as her Marian squad floods her with compliments and pats on the back. She kept her team in the game for a full 60 minutes and an extra 30 seconds. A performance you certainly have to be pleased with from the coaching staff. 48 shots sent on net, 45 stopped.
And for you Adrian fans watching at home, take a deep breath. Number 1 ranked men's hockey team was upset by Marian on Friday. Thought we could see something similar possibly on this Sunday afternoon. But Una Belland, her second goal of the game, seals it. We'll take a look at it again. Petrowski had a good chance initially. Looked as if... 1 second. Here we go. Take a look at the replay now. Petrowski had it. Looked like she was brought down initially, but good on Belland for following up. Another shorthanded goal. Plenty of room for Ocon. Poor turnover from the Sabre defense. Proves costly, and that'll do it. The Norwegian seals a 2-goal game and the weekend sweep for Adrian. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win.
2 points is 2 points, as you mentioned, Calvin. Obviously, this Bulldog squad now leaping up to an impressive 6-0 start on the season as they beat Marian University 3-2 in overtime. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys happy to bring you the coverage for this afternoon's contest here on ACTV. We hope you are well wherever you are, and we'll see you again soon.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.